Hey Libra, what's up? Welcome to your reading. I hope you're all doing very, very well. We're going to be seeing what messages want to come through for you guys, get you some insight, get some guidance, see what spirit wants you to know or look out for right now. See what the vibes are looking like for you, Libra. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placements. If you enjoy this reading, if you find this helpful or insightful, please let me know by leaving a like, comment, and subscribe. My channel's almost at 65,000, so y'all, if you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you enjoy. Greatly appreciate you. Let's see what your messages are for Libra. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placements. Show me clearly. We have the fairy who was kissed by the pixies, honesty, and the singer of courage. I'm getting straight up a confession, a love confession. Someone here has a lot of love. Wow, solace is at the bottom. This is a card that intensifies and exaggerates and amplifies the energy of whatever the cards that are coming out. There's so much love just bursting at the seams. Someone here is going to be very courageous, very brave, to be honest. I get a confession, y'all. We have the fairy who was kissed by the pixies. This is a card of love. Unconditional love. This is a card of community. This is a card of coming together and unity. And it's actually, you know what's interesting is before I started your reading, and I was just like kind of getting in tune of like, who am I going to read for today? Because I wasn't really sure who I was going to, what energy was calling me. And it was you, Libra. And in my head, I don't know why this song came on in my head. And it's called, It's a Long Way There. And I can't even remember who it's by. I literally looked it up because I haven't heard that song in a long ass time. But it was like, hey, everybody. Like, I'm not going to sing, but I was just like, why is that coming to my head? I was like, hey, everybody. That song is kind of like someone who is very lonely and disconnected and craving connection. At least that's kind of like the brief. You know, I looked at the lyrics. I haven't heard that song in a long time. So, you know, it's not something that like I listen to on the regular. But yeah, I get the sense of like community is urgent. It's needed. There's people who love you. There's someone who loves you so much. They love you. Someone really, 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 truly loves you and wants you to know that. And you may also love someone very strongly and you want to find the courage to confess this or to express this or, I don't know, just like you want to shout it from the rooftops or someone wants to shout their love they have for you from the rooftops. There's a lot of love here. If you're wondering if someone has feelings for you, the answer is yes. They feel very strongly for you. I see honest conversations, definitely seeing some breakthroughs in communication for those where it's been a bit of a rough road or maybe there's been some blockages. I just see that there is this coming together. There's this unity, there's this harmony, there's this connection. What was at the bottom again? Solace. This is a card of amplifying and intensifying, and it's just so strong. It's so powerful. Solace is masculine energy, so this could be representing your inner masculine. If you're masculine, cool, shout out to you. This could be a masculine coming into your life or that you're picking up on their energy right now, Libra. Luminous Doom, Lady of the Harvest. Definitely seems like whoever I'm connected to, this collective has gone through a lot of endings, a lot of loss, a lot of struggle. There's been times where you felt unlovable, but there's been times where, you know, you were hesitant to start fresh or to walk away from what you knew because there was some sort of question of whether or not there was something better, or I feel like you could have been shrinking yourself or playing it small, trying to just not make any splashes. I'm seeing someone who's like in the water and they're not trying to splash around, or it seems like recently you've decided to take a leap of faith. It looks like recently you've really been listening to your intuition, following your heart, and it's been guiding you in this new direction, and you are being rewarded for your courage. You are someone who you have a lot to say or you have a lot to express, and I feel like Spirit is really supporting you at this time to really follow your heart and let your heart guide you and speak from the heart. Okay, Libra? You know, life is short. All the shit going on in this world, it's crazy, it's scary, and it definitely puts things in perspective of like, you know what? Life is short. If you love someone, say it. Let them know. And same things for like someone that's connected to you. They're realizing like, okay, wow, life is short. You never really know how much time you got. So may as well spend it with your loved ones. Tell the people that you love them, you know, like life is freaking short. So I get that so strongly. Yeah. Okay, anyways, we're getting into the tarot part. Let's see what's going on for Libra. What do my Libras need to know right now? Show me clearly. What is going on for Libra? And the Queen of Pentacles, also a Nine of Wands. Hold on. Queen of Pentacles flipped herself in the reverse. Nine of Wands, Queen of Pentacles in reverse. I feel depletion from this. Five of Pentacles at the bottom. I feel depletion. I feel exhaustion from this, to be honest. You've been pushing. You've been going so hard. You've been really dedicated and you haven't given up. You haven't stopped. Though at times you felt like, you know, you've had no other options. At times you felt like you were getting the short end of the stick. Justice, Eight of Cups, along with the Five of Pentacles, right? This at the bottom of the deck. You have Libra energy. This is you coming through, as well as some water, a little bit of earth. It definitely feels like there have been some things in your physical material life that you've had to walk away from because they were just not stable or consistent. It was affecting you, overall, your well-being, your mental health, as well as just like your overall health and wellness, right? It looks like there has been some challenges in more of like the material realm. And so I don't know if finances or your job has been a bit of a struggle, or if it's like been like a home situation where you live, or if it's been something with like your physical body. It definitely looks like you have been pushing. I am sensing a little bit of burnout, y'all. So do look out for that. Do be careful of that. You may actually be guided during this time to I'm hearing take a leisure walk instead of like grinding, pushing. You may feel around this time to kind of ease up the pressure or like ease up the gas just a little bit. Reground, refocus, recalibrate is what I'm hearing. Okay, there seems to be something that you don't have a lot of confidence in, or are you having doubts about yourself, doubts about your path, doubts about, you know, will it all be worth it in the end with this Nine of Wands? Because you're pushing so much. You have been just laying it down layer by layer by layer, you know, like you have been building yourself up from the ground up. And there's moments where you may second guess. There's moments where you may question, like, will this all be worth it in the end? Will I be happy? Will I find the love of my life? Will I finally have fulfillment in my job, or, you know, where I live? Like, there's been all these deep questions. And then when we look at this card as well, like there's volcanoes, there's sudden eruptions, there's surprises, there's some tests that you have been trying your best to not let it defeat you. But you are like a warrior. This is warrior energy. You definitely seem to be powering through. I definitely feel like with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, your inner feminine energy is calling you. Okay, feminine energy is definitely more about receiving. It's about creating. It's about integrating. I definitely, like we saw with Solace, I feel like whoever I'm connected to, you're in heavy masculine energy of like, let's go, let's get shit done, let's take action, let's get going, let's get moving and grind it. And I feel like you are being guided towards more softness, living a softer, gentler life or lifestyle, or having more soft, gentler energies, people in your reality, you know? I think this is also a time to be honest with yourself. If you're not happy, if you don't feel love where you're at, if you're not loving where you're at in your journey, if you're not loving the relationship you're in, if you're not loving where you work, loving where you live, if you don't love it, you need to be honest with yourself. You really have to take a moment to really sit down and ask yourself, do I like this? Does this feel good? Does this feel in alignment with me? And that will give you the courage to take the necessary steps forwards, okay? And if that means you might have to walk away from some things, so be it. Right now, Five of Pentacles, Justice, and Eight of Cups, you might not want to walk away. That's the thing. You might not want to walk away. Eight of Wands, Seven of Pentacles. You might want to give it a little bit more time. That's totally cool. That's totally fair. Do what's best for you. Follow your heart here in this situation, okay, Libra? And most importantly, make sure you're looking out for yourself during this time. All right. Take good care of yourself. Be gentle, compassionate, patient with yourself during this process. What you're going through is not easy. It is not easy. What's going on for Libra? What do my Libras need to know right now? We have the Two of Pentacles. You do have options available. There's a choice to be made. But right now, things are up in the air. You could be weighing out your options here in terms of like finances. You may have some people here that are trying to support you, or we have Four of Wands, Six of Swords, Queen of Wands, trying to get an idea of who to invest your energy into. We have Six of Wands as well. It seems like you have a lot of energy that's surrounding you. You do have a lot of support, a lot of people who support you. Whatever you end up choosing, it looks like your community or your friends, your family, your partner, like they're alongside cheering you on and believing in you, and like they're here for you. There does seem to be Four of Wands, Six of Swords, Queen of Wands, Two of Pentacles. Again, I feel like there could be some shifts taking place in your relationships, or the turns, the shifts, the turns, the changes in your relationships could be moving in places that you didn't really expect, but you're having to act quickly and swiftly. And it seems like with the Queen of Wands and then Six of Wands coming out successful. Oh, and everybody's on the same page here. This Five of Wands, everybody's working together. Everybody has the same goals, the same desires. Three of Wands with the Five of Wands. Everybody seems to be enforcing this path, or I feel like people are cheering you on. People are pushing you to make a certain change or a certain step. Or maybe it's something you're on the fence about. There's something you could be on the fence about, Libra, and people are like telling you, Libra, do it. Libra, you got this. Libra, you got this. You can do it. You will be successful. You're great. You're talented. You're hardworking. You won't fail this. You won't fuck this up. We believe in you. Something could be going on in the public eye, or something that's very out and in the open, or open in the air, or something like that. Four of Wands and the Six of Swords. Sorry, lots of sixes also showing up here. Six might be important. I see little breaks, but then it's like, okay, like you have a day or two to like rest or chill or spend some time with loved ones. And then it's like Six of Swords. It's like, okay, let's go. Let's get on the road. Let's get moving. Let's get going. But the thing is, you have the energy for it with the Queen of Wands. You're like, oh yeah, I'm ready for it. Let's call the shots. Let's make things happen. Something coming up about the full moon Capricorn next month in July seems to be poignant for someone. Some of you could be taking a trip, right? Four of Wands, Six of Swords could represent travel. Maybe you're traveling within this next month or so. But yeah, so even when we look at the Two of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, there does seem to be some sort of instability. Just a wee bit, okay? But there's adjustments. There's instability because you are being required to make some sort of adjustment in your life. So it's like not quite. It's like if you're making soup and you're tasting the broth and you're like, not quite right. I need a little bit more of this, a little bit more of that. It needs to cook a little bit longer, and then we'll see. It's like you're perfecting something. You're perfecting something. Now, there is no such thing as perfect, so don't get all hypercritical and perfectionist coming out, because in this world, there is no such thing as perfect, but you'll know when it's right? You'll know when it's right. What's going on for Libra? What do my Libras need to know right now? Hey, it's that Six of Wands. Six is showing up. This is the third time we've seen a six in this reading. Second time we've seen this card. Look at the Wands and the Earth. So a lot of fire, lots of Earth. We have a King of Wands at the bottom, so more fire. Some of y'all are dealing with a Sagittarius, an Aries, or a Libra. Oh wait, why did I say Libra? Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo. Shout out to anybody with Leo placements, because I missed you. Okay, so King of Wands, Four of Cups, Two of Swords. Someone here is conflicted on whether or not to help. Okay, so we have death underneath the Two of Swords. In this death card, they're cleaning up a disaster. They're cleaning up bloodshed. They're cleaning up hurt, loss. And so the way the King of Wands, he's looking over at the guy in the Four of Cups, kind of like we see this little mermaid, she's swimming in the water. There's this guy, he's deep in the feels, he's pretty disappointed with how things have unfolded in his journey. And so this person in the background, they're like, do I try and help him up, cheer him up, be there for him, support him? Like, is there anything I can do here? Same thing with this King of Wands. He's looking over at that card and he's like, do I say something or do I not? And so there's this like back and forth of, so first of all, this King of Swords, why did I say King of Swords? Some of you are dealing with an Aquarius or Gemini, other sign. So this King of Wands is definitely at a crossroad of, well, do I say something? Do I invite this person to go with me somewhere? Maybe like, yeah, I don't know. Like this King of Wands is on the fence of whether or not he should take action and like help or support or like do something. And then also I'm seeing this person who's like in the feels, in this funk, kind of stuck, kind of, you know, hopeless at times. They are also kind of at odds with themselves of like, okay, like I know I should be doing more, or I know I shouldn't be harboring on this, or it's time for me to let this thing go, but man, I just feel so stuck, or I just wish things were different, or like I can't help but feel the way I do. Like, and so there's this person who's definitely going back and forth within themselves. Like they're struggling getting out of the funk, but at the same time, they're recognizing, well, I gotta feel my feelings to heal. So it's like, there seems to be, someone's also, when we look at the Four of Cups, Two of Swords, and even the Death card, someone's struggling, adapting to change. Someone's like unable to quite move on just yet, or they don't feel quite ready, or everybody else is telling them, oh, hey, there's the King of Swords. I said King of Swords for a reason, right? Here we have him. King of Swords, Five of Wands. People are just saying like, hey, it's time to get moving. It's time to detach. It's time to move along. Like, just get with it. But it's not always so simple. We have the Four of Pentacles underneath that, which we see there's this beautiful mermaid. She's sitting on a rock. She's just in her own zone. She's brushing her hair, like, and everyone's saying, time to jump, time to move, time to get going. She's like, man, I'm just in my own world. Literally a hermit underneath that. I'm just in my own world. I'm just trying to figure out my next move. But there is help. Like, there is help. There is some sort of support. So anyways, that's a lot of cards at the bottom. But that's giving us a little bit of insight into the Six of Wands. So definitely seems like people around you, people in your environments, friends, family, co-workers, whatever, like people are definitely observing you, watching you, seeing how strong you are, seeing that you may, if you're going through a hard time, some people are aware of it and they want to like reach out or like help out, but they're not sure if they're overstepping. And vice versa, you can swap the roles. I also get a sense going from the Nine of Wands to the Six, it's like you don't have to try so hard. You don't have to try so hard. You could ease off the pressure. And I know I said that. I know I said that when Nine of Wands came out and there was the other cards at the bottom. I was like, I'm sensing burnout and exhaustion. So perhaps your needs just like ease off a little bit, right? You've been putting the pressure on so freaking hard, and I respect the grind. I respect your focus. I respect that dedication. But it's sometimes when you ease off that pressure, things start to move much smoother and more effortless and more streamlined. So Spirit is kind of suggesting with the Nine of Wands to the Six of Wands, there's something to either let go, there's something to, because you're juggling something, right? It looks like you're on the fence or you're juggling something, you got a lot on your plate, things are up in the air. But you can't keep juggling forever. Can't keep on juggling forever, and the Spirit could be saying like, hey, you can like ease off the gas, or you can slow down a little bit, or there's help at your fingertips if you're open to receiving the assistance, something like that. What else going on for Libra? We have the Lovers, Gemini energy. Some of you are dealing with a Gemini. And then we have these two cards. They came out sideways, so we'll read them like that. The World and Six of Cups, both sideways. I do feel that you are on, this is probably what it's probably why this Two of Pentacles is here, right? These cards fell out, you didn't see it, but they fell out kind of above the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, anyways. So I feel like you're in between two different stages of your life. I feel like you're actually in between two different worlds. There may also be some sort of soulmate energy that you're connected to, and it's very strongly right now. Like you're seeing signs, synchronicities, you're seeing their name, you're seeing just specific things that are not a coincidence, like at freaking all. Someone who could be at a distance from you, but we all know time, space, distance, it doesn't stop that connection from being there, you know? There's that unspeakable connection. Someone's also watching you from afar, or like they dream about you. Like, if you know the Six of Wands, there's this crowd. It's like someone is in that crowd, you're on the center stage, and you have no idea that they're there watching you, cheering you on. Like, it's so wild. You have no idea. Or if you do, you have doubts about it, and you're like, nah, they probably wouldn't show up to my show. They wouldn't show up. They wouldn't support. Like, they don't even care. They do. They do. So anyways, the world with the Six of Cups. Hey, this came out sideways, so it's not entirely reversed, but it's not entirely upright, which tells me you definitely seem to have some loose ends. There is this nostalgic, reminiscent old times being brought up. It's being brought up for a reason. There's a lesson that hasn't fully been learned. Someone you still have to deal with, although that sounds more like a drag, that like, oh, I have to deal with this. Like, that doesn't sound fun. I don't really get that vibe with this. Although I don't get that vibe at all. Star at the bottom, Empress, Temperance. No, it's not a drag at all. It's more like you want to deal with this. You hope to deal with this. I feel like I have a loose hair hanging on my back. It's pissed me off. Okay. Loose ends, right? Talk about loose hair, loose ends. There's some loose ends you have with a specific soulmate of yours. I believe we have many soulmates in our lives. There's billions of people on the freaking planet. You don't just have one set soulmate. That's just my opinion. Y'all can agree or disagree. I don't really care. But yeah, so Star, Empress, and Temperance. We have Aquarius, we have Taurus, as well as Libra, right? This is Venus energy. And then we have Sagittarius. So those are the zodiacs here. And it's showing here, you're calling in a wish fulfillment. Something that you've been praying for, something that you have been manifesting, something that you have been speaking into existence, you've been affirming, you've been believing, but you've also been taking the necessary steps, the necessary action towards like manifesting this into your reality. You're not just thinking about it and dreaming about it, but you're actually now putting in the effort, and you're taking the necessary steps. You're co-creating with the divine, and you know, at times it's tiring, right? 10 of Wands, at times it's a little tiring. At times, you know, you really have to apply yourself. It doesn't always come so easy, but look at this. The help is there. When you ask for, you shall receive. And look at you taking off. Look at this. You are taking off, my friend. You are taking off. So keep moving in this direction. Keep moving in this direction. You may have an opportunity to rekindle a relationship that's been a little bit rocky, or even reuniting with some lost friends, lost connections, people that you kind of just grew apart from. I almost feel like I'm about to sneeze. So if someone just sneezed, bless you. I just felt a little tickle in the right side of my nose. So I feel like that was you. Comment down below. Do I feel like using this deck to clarify? No. I'm going to use this deck. I already forgot what this one is. Crystal Power, I think? Or I can't remember. I knocked this off my table before I started your reading. I was like, I had to go up and like pick it all up, and it was scattered everywhere. So I kind of feel like it's a sign to use this deck. 9 of Wands. Okay. What the fuck? Get out of my face. Hair tickling my face. Okay. 9 of Wands, please. Oh. Kind of want to look. I'll look into 9 of Wands. And then I want to backtrack to the honesty card. I feel like honesty is something that we should really look into, because that was when we started this reading. I was like, oh, someone's got a confession. Confessions of the heart, confessions of the soul. We have the Star, which is Aquarius energy. So 9 of Wands with the Star. You really, really want this. You dream of this. You believe in this vision. You feel very optimistic about this. tiring at times. It's tiring. At times you question, is this going to happen? Will my dream manifest? Look at what just came out. The World, which we just had the World. It's sideways too. We have the World. We have the Seven of Cups, more sevens, Five of Swords, and the Ace of Swords. There will be clarity. There is clarity to come. This fell on the Lovers too, so I feel like this is about a connection where you're getting answers. There's going to be some sort of breakthrough. There has been some sort of illusion here. This tells me you haven't been seeing things entirely 100% as they are. You may think you know every single thing about the situation, about the person, why they did what they did, or, you know, you think you know it all, right? But there is a whole other side to the story that you are not aware of. Now, the Seven of Cups, Five of Swords. Someone definitely was not being completely honest with you or upfront with you. There definitely seems like there's some sort of deception, and their actions hurt you. Or swap the roles, you may have hurt someone with your actions because lack of transparency. Okay, definitely some fantasy land, you know, dream talk, future talk, making these big dreams, goals, visions, plans together, right? Or separately. Maybe you never expressed it, right? But maybe you felt it, maybe you imagined it. This could have been something that was in the early stages, but you just got very infatuated with the idea of how something was going to be, or how a relationship was going to be, or a job, or whatever, right? But perhaps it's not what it seems. Five of Swords and the Ace of Swords. Well, whatever it is, you get clarity on this. You get clarity of what you were missing, or what you thought. You assumed you knew it all. You assumed you had all the facts, all the information. You're like very certain about it. This clarity that is unlocked, it's making you see this entirely different, this whole situation, and yet you're at peace with it. You're glad, you're relieved, you're at peace, you're surrendering. You're like, okay, I'm so grateful. Now I understand. I thought I did before. Turns out I was maybe a little bit wrong, or turns out there's something I completely overlooked or was not aware of. So I'm very glad. I'm very relieved. Okay. And anyways, that's also kind of came out with the Star, the Nine of Wands. So it's like, keep on pushing. You get to the truth. There's healing as well. There's authenticity. There is recognition, and there's hope. There's hope here. Okay. And what's at the bottom? Death. Scorpio energy, bringing in change, bringing in transformation. We saw death twice in this reading. High Priestess and the Ten of Pentacles, definitely some inner shifts and upgrades. All right, so let's move back to the honesty card. So remember, I was like, I feel like a confession, a love confession, or someone has a lot of love for you. I very much want to look into the Hierophant. Watch the Hierophant come out with honesty. Someone may very much want a commitment, maybe marriage, maybe that's a dream that you have or someone has. Let's see, why is honesty here for Libra? Why is honesty here for Libra? Show me clearly. The Sun. Ooh, Leo energy. Remember what I said? Honesty. If you don't love it, it's time to be honest. If it doesn't make you happy, it's time to be honest. The Sun with honesty. It's all about what brings you happiness. Whatever that this honest conversation is, or this confession is, it's going to make you happy. We have the Chariot, Cancerian energy, the Three of Wands, and the Four of Wands. Okay. Steady progress. Seriously, some steady stuff. Although I see some interesting things at the bottom. We'll see what that's about. That's so serious. Okay. Oh, that's what you're getting clarity on. That's what the honesty thing is. That's what all of this was about, right? The World, the Five of Swords, the Ace of Swords, the Seven of Cups. Someone wasn't honest with you. Someone wasn't honest because they are scared, because they were afraid it was going to blow up in their face, or that you would laugh at them, or that you would reject them, that you would make them, I don't know, you'd shut them down. The reason why somebody wasn't honest with you, because they could have just been honest, but they were afraid. They were afraid of how you would react. They were afraid of you walking away from them. But then maybe they walked away from you because, you know, they couldn't handle the idea of being rejected by you. Anyways, so that also just keep in mind of like, oh, honesty, right? Someone's now coming to terms with themselves and with you about their honest feelings. Like, I think someone could have been wearing a mask or been lying to themselves. Anyways, we have the Sun, the Chariot. So this is Cancer season, which we are currently in. Happy new moon in Cancer, by the way. This reading is up. Oh, wait, is it tomorrow? Tomorrow as in Tuesday? I thought it was the 25th. Well, 24th, 25th, new moon vibes, right? Happy new moon. The moon, the sun, both in Cancer. I do feel like this is also going to be playing out through not only Cancer season, but Leo season as well. So definitely be on the lookout for that. But there's progress to be made. Clarifying honesty. We have the Sun, the Chariot, Three of Wands, and the Four of Wands. This is about plans for the future. You and someone. You and your special someone. You and this person making plans for the future. And you're on the same page. You're on the same team. You're on the same wavelength. You have the same dreams, same goals, same vision, same plans. And you cannot wait to get started. Someone's been waiting for the right time, the right opportunity to come towards you. So we have the Seven of Swords at the bottom. Remember, I was like, oh, this kind of looks a little interesting. Seven of Swords, Two of Swords, and then a Four of Pentacles. So this is what I was saying, right? What we saw with the Ace of Swords, the Seven of Cups, and the other stuff where I was like, someone just was scared. And so they like shut out, or they walked away, or they went silent. Anyways, this is that energy. So you may think that there's deception here, but honestly, I see someone who's holding back. They were afraid to really come forward as their most true, authentic self because they were used to, in their life recently and in the past, it was rejected, and it made this person, yeah, look, I'm seeing someone had a lot of pain growing up, a lot of suffering, a lot of rejection, someone who resorts to going like alone or isolated, or they push people away, or they just deal with their own things by themselves because that's what they know is the safest. They have issues trusting others because their trust was broken, right? Many times. So for you, to your eyes, you're like, wow, this person's hiding something. This person really sneaky and they had ulterior motives, but there's so much to their side, to their story, that they purposely held back because they were afraid of being loved and being seen. And that felt scary to them because that was something very foreign to them. And yeah, and I also see sabotage here. Self-sabotage. They sabotage themselves. They sabotage whatever y'all had going on together. Things like that. So this is also kind of clarifying the honesty. So this may be some things that come up. I'm seeing, like, again, Four of Pentacles with the Two of Swords. Someone has been holding back. They've been at a crossroad. They've been in their head. They've been sabotaging themselves. They've been purposely hiding their emotions from you, from others, and mostly from themselves. How could they ever come clean or confess or be honest with you if they can't even be honest with themselves, right? They can't be honest with themselves. They cannot be honest with you, right? So this is where someone is at a crossroad here of whether or not they want, well, it's not even of what they want to. It's about they have to or they need to. They want anything with you moving forward. So Singer of Courage, let me look into that. Singer of Courage. This person, whoever we're speaking about, this could definitely be you, Libra, but whoever we're talking to, the spirit is saying it's time to be brave. It's time to be courageous. It's time to follow your heart. Let love in. Guide. Let your heart be your guide. Singer of Connection. We have the King of Cups. And we all know King of Cups is someone who is a master of emotions, master of love, master of the feels. Okay? Yeah, literally let your heart guide you. Again, something about the full moon in Capricorn next month. Comment down below when that is, because I haven't looked into the transits for July. But the full moon in Capricorn, something from now to then, someone's going to be taking action. You're taking action towards this person, or they are taking action towards you. Eight of Cups, Queen of Wands, and the King of Swords. Ace of Wands is also at the bottom. So there's some things to be sacrificed. There's some things to be left behind. Out with the old, in with the new. It's just what I heard. I also get a vibe where someone sees you as the one who got away. Right, the way the King of Cups, he's looking at the Eight of Cups, like this person that meant so much to them, have so much love for, but they walked away because they did not, this Eight of Cups person had no idea this King of Cups, which is crazy because normally King of Cups very emotional and expressive, but we see a King of Swords here, which tells me that this person has let their logic override their heart, and they were being way too logical and shut down the reality of love and possibility of all that. So anyways, this King of Cups, let's read. I have two different ways to read this. What I was saying, this King of Cups, he didn't allow himself to fully express. Therefore, the person that he loved so dearly walked away. All right, this person really put themselves first. I just got a little throat growl. Did you hear that? Oh my God. Confirmation. Maybe there's some necessary throat activation, throat chakra going on here. Eight of Cups with the Queen of Wands. Someone put themselves first. They realize, okay, you know what? I'm not going to force you to choose me. I'm not going to make you want me. I'm not going to change myself to be desired. What I want, what wants me. So if you don't want me, I'll see you later. I'll see you never. Whatever, right? Eight of Cups, walking away with the Queen of Wands. Someone who has high confidence in themselves, knowing that what is for them will never pass them by. Anyways, so Queen of Wands, King of Swords. This could also represent a person who may be very hard to get or hard to reach, or like difficult to open up to, like takes a while to really trust. But when they finally do let their guard down, oh my God, they are just full of that love, that tender, rich love and affection. But you have to break through the walls in order to access this person's vulnerability. So I'm seeing that as well here. Okay, so this is all clarifying the Singer of Courage, right? The courage the courage to be vulnerable, the courage to express your feelings, your truest emotions, and the courage to walk away from what doesn't serve you, and to be honest with yourself and honest with others if things aren't working or if things aren't in alignment, or if, you know, y'all aren't compatible, things like that, right? That's what being courageous is all about in this reading. So being courageous in expressing yourself, using your voice, revealing your heart, and also being brave to walk away from things that truly are not meant for you or you deserve better. So that's what I'm seeing here. Ace of Wands, Devil, Empress. There's a bit of this temptation here to go back to certain habits, old cycles, mindsets, attachments. There's a little bit of that, but it looks like with the Empress, Ace of Cups, you're choosing what chooses you, who chooses you, right? You're like, here's a devil and he's holding out the apple, but it's like, the thing is, you have so much abundance that surrounds you, you're not even tempted. You're like, babe, I got that and more. I'm not even blinking an eye. I got all what I want right here. I got all that I need right here. I'm quite satisfied. Thank you very much. So it's like there's this temptation to like fall back into an old pattern or old cycle, but you know better. You've come a long way on your journey. And yeah, so I guess that's where we'll leave our reading. I hope this was helpful and insightful, Libra. Please let me know by leaving a like, comment, and subscribe. Private readings are available down below, and I'll see you later in your next reading, Libra. I hope you guys take care and stay safe and stay blessed. I love you. I appreciate you. Have a great day. Bye.